and it was diesel. It was 186, and it dropped to 176. Literally, as we drove past it, so it dropped 10 pence or 10 cents as we drove past it. So it's coming down.
How much was it?
186 down to 176.
Well, that's pretty good.
And petrol was down to 160 something.
Jesus. No fucking time.
Oh yeah, it's
Well, that was a thing, because when I first bought that bike I'm riding the new, it was £18 to fill it, and a couple of weeks ago I filled it and it was like 30 quid, so that's more than double the price.
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know if
To
I'm
fill your
scared or turned
car?
on.
My bike.
Oh, your bike. I was going to say, to fill my car cost me about 80 quid.
Well, I went down to Southampton about a few weeks ago, and I reckoned it roughly cost me about 120 quid, because when I filled it up at Costco in Glasgow, there was fuel in it, and it was about £85. So, I'll tell you a lie, when I went to the pump, it says maximum £99. I thought, fucking me, it's got to fill it, and I got to 99 quid and it cut out. I thought, that's got to be fuel, and I went in the car and it wasn't. It was nowhere near fuel. So I got me down, and it was about half a tank when I got down to Southampton. Then when I was coming back up the road, I went to Costco again, and I put 85 quid in it, and that filled it, and it just took me under a half a tank. But there was a lot of diversions because of like accidents and road closures and stuff like that. So I reckon it'd be about 120 quid to fill my car about 4 weeks ago.
Coming out.
wow.
What size engine?
1.7.
Yeah. Well, mine's only a 1 litre, so.
I think a lot it's to do with the size of the tank as well. I mean, that's a big state car I've got here.
Oh, mine's a diddy little thing. Mine's a VW up.
Now, nothing wrong with ups, like they're decent wee cars, man.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's plus I didn't pay for it. I got given it, didn't I? So
No, that was your stepfather's or something, wasn't it?
Gotta say.
yeah, father-in-law. To be fair, he's been quite decent, and he just gave us the car because he's like, well, you'll need something for getting about, and he was just buying a new one. So he's like, here you go, have this. I'm not gonna say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christ, can I go knock his off a car? Fucking hell.
Well, it does the job anyway, so I'm happy with it.
No, I've got the new Kia Optima. It's a nice looking car, like. Does the job.
Kias are nice. My brother's got a Kia, but aren't they awkward to get parts for?
I don't think so, It's like I joined the Kia Optima Facebook group, and everybody was rating them in that, and apparently the model I've got was the GT Line S. They've stopped making it. So it's turning into like a rare kind of car type thing, and so people are saying look after it, don't get rid of it because it's going to go up in value. So when I seen that, I thought, oh, I'm grabbing that. And the thing about it is, the folk are saying like, what I've paid for it, it's fully loaded. It's got heated seats, coolant seats. It's got heated seats in the back. It's pan sunroof. It parks itself. It's got the what you call it, adaptive cruise control, so it steers itself as well, and it keeps the distance between the car and the front, all that kind of shite. Heated steering wheel.
Man, you're spoiled. Self-parking, fucking hell. On my street, it's a nightmare fucking parking.
Well,
Literally.
it does like the parallel parking. It does the like the ones in the supermarkets. It does all that. It's all a gimmick because I don't use it. Get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's got the flappy paddles. What I do like about it, because it's in the States, if you are parked in a supermarket and you drive in and you're reversing out, see if somebody's walking up behind you, walking up towards your car, or a car's driving up, if you can't see them, the car alerts you to say there's something coming up your left hand side or your right hand side, because it weeps when the mirrors and the flashes up, then it gives you a wee sound. He lets you know there's somebody there, or there's a car there, or there's a pedestrian there. I like that because it's no often I do drive in. It's mostly a reverse into the parking space, So I like that part. But for the money I paid for it, it wasn't an expensive car because it's Kia. Not everybody likes Kia, but so far I love it.
They
So
are
I'm hoping
decent
it's not
cars
too
to do
expensive
that.
for parts, but nobody's said that,
That's weird because Kia is like a really common brand. I don't think you
You see in America, they're huge in America. Everybody kicking about or driving Kias,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a lot of people are saying, "Oh, I didn't buy a Kia," but I would never buy a Ford. It's just my views on Fords, I've always been a Vauxhall man, but to you that would be Holden.
Yes.
GD.
Again, if I
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I like Holdens, but the car that I was driving before this, they brought out the new model, but it's been made by, the engine's been made by Renault. I didn't like Reynolds, you know what I mean? Someone just crashed into me.
I'm just doing some off-road testing.
must admit,
And-
if I could have a Ford, I'd have a Ford Focus because that's what I learned to drive in.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I got so used to that car. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my car that I've got now, but I just loved that car. But then again, my driving instructor had a brand new car, so it's
Yeah.
a lot different.
I just when I work, because in the village I live, we have a lot of like car meets. Like there's a Scottish event, and there's like classic events and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I often go to them, and sometimes I'm a steward at them. So there was like a Vauxhall event, like Vauxhall stand, and I was talking to them, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm hanging about and get the new Insignia," and they're like, "Oh, what the latest one?" I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "No, it didn't." And one guy says, and she's doing it, says, "Why?" He says, "Well, I'm a mechanic, and the new engines are shite." He says, "We've constantly got them in getting repairs done." I'm like that. He says, "What have you got the new?" I says, "A 2014, 2-litre diesel." He says, "Stick it, don't leave it, because that's one of the best engines you'll get for that car,
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, what a day, what a day." I thought, it took me over a year to actually pick the car up, just doing a lot of reviews and looking into them. What's the best car for like mileage and motorway driving and stuff like that. So here's hoping I've made the right decision anyway. But for me, it was the biggest thing was leaving Vauxhall, because I've been, it's about 12, 13 cars I've had, and every one's been a Vauxhall. So it's like change. I don't like change,
Yeah, I've only ever had Japanese cars. So, yeah. But Kia's
And dude,
like,
most Japanese cars are quite expensive, though, aren't they?
really, not here.
No?
No, they're just
Oh.
like, you get Mazdas and it just depends what you get. Like Mazdas,
Are Honda no Japanese?
Honda,
Yeah.
sorry, Honda, yes.
Yeah. They're decent engines, like.
Honda's brilliant.
Yeah, because I owned a few Honda motorbikes, and Honda motorbikes is probably one of the best bikes you'll ever buy, And I've driven a few Type R Honda Civics, and really, really good cars, like. Is that a no, is it?